That's it?
Yep, that is it. I appreciate it. Today I'm going to show you what goes into sending things to Amazon, as well as packaging up some orders and getting them sent out to customers. Let's get into it. So for printing out orders, I will typically just come over to the computer and it shows me what I have to ship out today in Etsy. You can see I've got a paw print cookie cutter and one of the melting jack-o'-lantern candle sets. Now I have to be up early and out to work pretty early tomorrow, so I am just going to get everything that needs to be shipped by today and tomorrow sent out. As of right now, I've got 8 items to ship out. So for anything that's alike, I am going to select this guy and this guy. And then for Chuck, he's also going to have 3 barbell coaster sets going in with his order. I'm going to add this tracking number to this order so I'm not double paying because they'll all fit in one package. And so that is it for the dumbbell card holders. So we'll get shipping labels. It's going to go out today. Etsy does this great thing where it verifies the address. Obviously you can't see it, but he didn't put in the right state, so it automatically fulfilled that. I have label presets, so this is going to be we'll do 2 times because we've got 3 sets of coasters going in with it as well. And then for this one, it's just a dumbbell card holder. So I'll hit review, purchase, and I will print the shipping labels. And I have a label printer, as you'll see right now. So I'll hit print. It's set up to go to that barcode printer, and when I hit print, I can come over and grab the labels. On the back of each of these, I am going to write DB, DB, and then 3 times the barbell coasters. And so that'll just kind of give me an idea of what I'm shipping out with each of these labels. It avoids me having to print packing slips because I don't send the packing slips along with the customer. So that is done. This one, we're going to go back up to completed and find Chuck's shipping label. Copy that package number. Complete order, and it will ask who I shipped it with. I will paste the tracking number. Complete. Alright, so all of Chuck's items are now loaded into there. This one is international, so I'll save that for the end to show you what Etsy is like for international orders. So Barbara is getting the melting jack-o'-lantern set, and Lori is getting a tire shop desk organizer. Thank you both so much. They both fit in these same packages, so we end up using the same profile. For this one though, I am going to increase the weight to 8 ounces, and we can hit print. So I've got these labels here, and I guess I'll select these guys too. I have them, I might as well send them. So we will get shipping labels. And Etsy's pretty good. It'll show you US priority mail was requested, so it's a dumbbell card holder. I will go in and change it to priority mail. This is also a dumbbell card holder, but it is not priority mail. Purchase. So I've got my 6 labels for the 7 items we're shipping out. We have 1 left that's going to be an international order. Those are fairly simple as well. You hit print. The only difference is there's a couple different options here. Now he requested standard international shipping, so it'll automatically populate to global post shipping. Essentially it'll send to a distribution center in New York City where they will attach the actual label going to Germany. It's far cheaper to do it that way, as you can see. However, it does take a little bit longer. Not very much though, just by a few days. You know, this one's estimated delivery the 30th of October to the 8th of November, whereas priority mail, which is nearly $40 more, you're only looking to receive it, you know, 1 to 3 days earlier. So is it really worth the extra $40? I think not. And this is a cookie cutter, very small package. I'll show you what we send those out in a minute. When you do the international labels, regardless of which label you choose to do, you do have to put down what the value of the item is, a tariff number, and I'll show you how to find that in a separate video. Essentially, you can just Google tariff number for 3D printed plastic parts, and you will find one in the 3926 family. So for each item you're sending internationally, you need to put what it is, how much it weighs, and the value per item. All right, and we review. We know this is a paw print cookie cutter, so we can hit print. Global post labels, you print a domestic label, and it's addressed to a facility that takes your package to the buyer. So once it reaches the facility I was talking about previously, the international label with all of your customs information on it will be applied for you. And so you'll see in Smithtown, New York, export processing facility, and you can just hit print. So I've got 7 labels. We're shipping 8 things. Let's go over to the shipping station where I will pick the items and show you how I pack them up. Okay, so for picking the items, what I like to do is, I know this export processing facility is going to be our cookie cutter. I'm just going to lay that off to the side. So I've got 2 dumbbells, a dumbbell and 3 coasters, another dumbbell, a melted candle, and a tire desk organizer. So I'm gonna go pick 4 dumbbells and we'll come back over. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll get 2 melted candles. So I'll pull from the back here, if those ones are already processed. And we've got a tire desk organizer. Do one of these guys. And the last item is going to be 3 sets of barbell coasters. I've got 1 set. And 2 more sets. Each set has 4 coasters in it. I've got 1 paw print cookie cutter, 4 dumbbell business card holders, 2 melted candle tea light things, and 1 tire stack desk organizer. For all of the items that are like this, or the cookie cutter, I bring out this bad boy. I just like to hit it a little bit. It gets all the fuzzies out of there. Be careful not to sit on it for too long because, well, it's plastic. And it is PLA, so it will melt. Already done that with the cookie cutter, but I'll show you how I would with one of these. You can see we've got some of that fuzz in there. We'll just... and that takes care of that. Now that I've got everything picked, I'm gonna go get bags and packaging for all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the larger ones, and 1 of the small ones. Let me come over here. Looks like I'm getting a little low on these. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 1 of the small ones. I've got these in 2 different colors. Sometimes I just change it up a bit. Black isn't always fun. All right. And the last thing we need for these is going to be 4 tea lights. I get these on Amazon as a pack of 50 for $20, $15, $20 or so. And I just test each one of them before sending it away because I would hate for the customer to get one that doesn't work. They do just take regular CR2032 batteries, like your standard watch battery, so they're fairly easy to replace. All right, so we'll put 1 in here, 1 up there, 1 goes down below, and another 1 down below. I'm gonna set this camera up on a tripod and we're gonna finish packing all this stuff up. Now I know it probably looks like a disaster in the background. To be honest with you, it kind of is. Keep the tea lights inside. I'll just simply do this. Really try to get it tight. Just as long as you're trapping the tea light in the bottom there, so it doesn't fall out. I buy these bags on Amazon in a pack of 100. They are 7 1/4 by 8 or 7 1/4 by 9. I'll link to them in the description below, but these are the best ones that I've found so far, at least for this size. I was originally looking for something to store these in because I had a few complaints that just putting these directly in the mailers, they were arriving broken. So I've started putting them in here, and they couldn't be a more perfect fit. It just folds up, take that off, and now you've got your package. It can go inside of our mailer. It's about $28 for the 100 of these, so they're not the cheapest that you can find, but I did purchase one that was about $10 cheaper for the same amount, and all of the bubble stuff, it's supposed to be on the inside to protect the item. You know, the outside's supposed to be smooth. Well, all of these ones, the previous ones that I purchased, all of the bubble was on the outside, and it was about 2 millimeters thick. So it didn't provide any protection. Not to mention, it didn't have this strip, so you had to tape it up. It took way more time to, than the $10 or $8 was worth. Anyway, as far as these go, I packed them in to a single bag like this, alternating directions. It gets torn off, sealed up, and then it goes inside of one of these guys. This gets torn off. Oops. And I forgot to throw our sticker in there. Oh well. So now that we've got our melted candle, slap our label on there. And I typically set these on the back side of my CNC table. All right, next one. Typically this goes much faster than this, but being that I'm recording it, it's taking a little bit longer. I am gonna hit all of these coasters real quick. When it comes to these, I will put them in their own bag. I might call it overkill. I would rather have the item arrive to the customer in perfect condition and my review be the packaging was excellent, arrived in perfect condition, rather than what I had in the beginning, which was, it arrived broken. When you just throw this in there like that, which is what I was doing before, there's a good chance it's gonna get broken. By placing it in here, any of the impact that comes directly towards the weakest part here is inside of bubble wrap. And the same goes for these. You get a little bit of extra padded protection. It don't cost that much in the grand scheme of things, people. Don't cheap out when you're sending your stuff. Think about when you get packages in the mail, how some of them arrive. And now, would you want your customer's package, if it arrives like that, wouldn't you want it to be as protected as possible? Like if they drop it out of the truck, would you rather have a little bit of extra padding and protection in there? Just my 2 cents. Next on the list, our little tire buddy, the tire desk organizer. These fit real nicely into these bags as well. Like 90% of the items that I sell fit nicely into these bags. Right there. Great. Thank you card. We're trying to drive sales to our website. So I'll include that. It has a QR code that automatically applies 15% off when you buy directly from our site. We've got a couple different size bags. This is the last of these ones, but I always put one of these in there as well. It's got some care instructions on it, again, and a link to our website. You can find the link to these little bags. These are 4x4s, I think. And I've got 5x7s and 3x5, right? Yeah. These ones work great for these, but I did not go ahead and reorder this size. I ended up getting some of these larger ones just because they're kind of a twofer. Like, this can only fit this size cutter. This gets put into its little bag. Then we can take our packed up orders. I'll typically just throw them in any box I've got lying around. As you saw earlier, I've got plenty. I've also got some orders from yesterday to go. Take the rest of these guys over here. Ow. I've got probably 5 or 6 in the car ready to go already. So let's get these guys down to the post office. Oh, good boy.
That's it?
Yep, that is it. I appreciate it. So if I don't have a whole lot to bring to the post office, you know, 10, 15 packages, I'll do it myself. It's just easier, it gets me out of the house, gives me something to do. All right, just to kind of go over some of the packing materials that I use. These are 4x8 mailers. I get them for about $15 for a pack of 100. I'll link that down. Everything will be linked down in the description below. These ones are 6x10 mailers. I use these for actually what I've got printing now, the Festool or 6-inch sander holder. They fit perfectly into here, as well as the table saw push sticks. And then these are 10.5 by 16s, and as you saw earlier, I'll fold them in half for the dumbbells, or if I have larger items, sometimes they just get sent out just like that. And then the boxes. The boxes are 9 by 6 by 4. Obviously, you got to make them yourself, but those are great for shipping things like this. Anything that's, you know, liable to break. Anything that's got, you know, I wouldn't want that in the mail without some sort of added protection. There's no way that's going into a bubble mailer. That needs to be wrapped into a box. Certain items, like these, they're just hard to put into the bubble mailer because they're so thick. These corners tend to poke through, so I'll put those in the boxes as well. These go into boxes because of how thin that is. You get the idea. Some of the thinner things, the more breakable things, they'll go into boxes. Things that don't need to, well, they don't. Look how cute these guys are. Got all the beagles. I designed this one to kind of look like Mr. Bow here. Not perfect, but yeah, you're wagging. Is you a beagle? Yeah.
I leave the window open for the cats to come and go, and the rooster knows, so he comes into the kitchen. So I will have been gone all day long, and the cats and the rooster are in the kitchen. And this other chicken, she's really cute. She's very docile and she's very friendly. She lets me go outside. She's been back